surprise.
Hey, you win 2 games back to back.
Obviously, it was a great weekend for us, and I'll be real honest. It started with our preparation and practice. I thought our kids really locked in, and I was really curious to see how we responded, coming off of a very tough home loss against Southern Illinois. But I thought they came to work. They really locked into our game plan, and we got off to a great start at Wichita State. Offense was clicking, and I've talked a lot about, you've heard me say a lot about having other people contribute in the scoring column other than Amber Sorensen and Madison Weekly. And if you look at the stat sheets on Friday, both of those kids kind of struggled for us. But Jen Keitel demanded the ball, asked for the ball, and did great things with the basketball from start to finish in that game. And then Amber Sorensen had 10 rebounds. So you're starting to see kids are giving us different things at different times, and that is what allows this team to be very, very good. We got great minutes out of Michaela Morgan off the bench. Steph Davison played extremely well. And then Charnay did a great job of leading us from start to finish. So it was great to get that first win at Wichita. And then obviously Missouri State, really one of the best environments in the country to play in. What a great game. It was almost a twin of what took place a year ago. Again, you got to understand when you have a one-day prep, you really don't get a lot of court time. So it's extremely important that your kids really lock into the details and what it is you want to do on both ends of the floor. We did about an hour walkthrough on Saturday at Wichita State. Before we left for Missouri State. The game plan was completely different in the fact that we really felt at Missouri State they feed off of transition points. They have 2 all-conference kids, and we really felt in order to beat them, there were a couple of things that we had to do. We had to limit their points in transition, and then we had to value the basketball. And what I mean by limit their points in transition, they do such a great job on makes, misses, of getting it out and getting it up the floor. And they're all conference guard. Snow really likes to get to the rim. She was 15 for 17 from the free throw line on Friday night. Very important that we get back and build a wall. So our game plan was to send 2 back to build a wall to try to keep her out of the paint, and then to get to their shooter, Mackenzie Williams, who's also a first-team all-conference kid who really shoots the 3 and shoots it extremely well. And we did a great job of that. We held them to 2 points in transition, and anytime you can do that to that team on their home floor, there's something to be said. So we defended extremely well. We got up big. It's a game of runs. We knew they were going to come out and make a run. They did that. But what I really liked about this team is they cut it to 1 twice in the last minute, and we came up with a big stop. We hit free throws. What a great team win. And Charnay Lamar really got us started by going 2 for 3 from the three-point line early. She had 7 assists, and then Madison Weekly was tremendous. But it was a great team effort. Michaela Morgan came in when we were struggling a little bit, hit a key basket from the corner. Steph Davison continues to give us good minutes. If this team can continue to understand the balance that we need on the offensive end and continue to lock into tendencies defensively, we have a chance to continue to get better and better. If you look at that stat sheet, we probably shouldn't have won the game because they probably beat us in every statistical category. But the key stat was we were able, again, to hold them to 2 points in transition, and that was huge for us. We're obviously off today. I will say it was a lot more fun to ride 7.5 hours back than it would have been to lose. So we're a little bit tired. We need today to rest. We have some kids with some nagging injuries. Very important recovery day for us. And then obviously we start class. And if I have not shared the news with you, I will share it. Last semester we had a 3.65 team GPA. Again, what an incredible job of what these young women do in the classroom. But we'll get back to practice tomorrow and get ready for a big weekend. It's extremely important when you're talking about keeping yourself in position to compete for championships, to take care of home court. And it's one game at a time. Illinois State and Indiana State both are coming off of wins. They just played each other. Prior to that, both were coming off of wins. They're completely different from a year ago in terms of both teams have a lot of new kids. So we'll get to film today, and then obviously we'll come up with our game plan as a staff and start to implement that as we get back to practice this week. But extremely proud of what these young women accomplished this weekend. Are there any questions?
Looking at how few turnovers this team has, what